Welcome back to the channel, and lovely to have you pop in. And it's very strange for me to talk to the camera and not know who's watching or listening. But welcome to the channel, and that you have time to just listen to part 3 of this journey of reading out from Two Lilies. Obviously, there's a video from chapter 1 and chapter 2, but we are now on chapter 3. And Read Out Loud is a project that literally is about having works and books published, and now it's time to read them out and let them cross over the www and let others have a chance to hear who don't specifically like reading actually too much, but they are willing to listen. So this was a good start, as if you go back on the channel, and a few things that I have been reading out loud already. But this was my first vision, to read out loud this story about my visits to the prison and teaching health exercises and meeting people there, and also taking people with me when I went to the prison. So chapter 3 is set like this, where I am sitting tucked away high up on a rock in the mountains. The mountain range is named Olifantsberg, or Elephant Mountains. I'm back with the elephants. Whether I'm in the mountains or at a coffee shop, these animals seem to be following me. I share these journal reflections with you to show you how I gained victory through Christ. Have you ever been told that you can't read or write properly? Now listen carefully. Well, that was me. I achieved an F, aggregate for English, at school, and had to sit through hours and hours of handwriting practice to improve my scrawl. I did not know that I would first write the story by hand and thereafter produce it electronically. You see, with God on your side, all things are possible. Sometimes it takes a few detours or sidetracks like the path I'm sitting on now. When you find the right path and know that if you keep your focus on Jesus, the shepherd, he will surely help and guide you back to the destined path you were created for. No one knows I'm sitting here, and I can see the children playing in the large rock pool below. And they don't know I'm here. God knows I'm here. And that reassuring fact frees me to be me. The sound of the waterfall and the birds draw me close to him, the one who made me. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. The one who knows my name knows me and knows my every thought and desire. The one who sets me apart. The one who calls you just as he called me and called you by name. But now, listen to the Lord who created you. The one who formed you says, do not be afraid, for I have ransomed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. When you go through the deep waters, I will be with you. And when you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. And when you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burnt up. The flames will not consume you. Freedom. Okay. Have you noticed? I've been traveling around and will be traveling around with this stone as we do this Read Out Loud program of freedom is found behind the iron bars. And as I said before, this particular stone I painted over it, and it comes all the way from Robben Island. And the story actually ends up talking about someone who was on Robben Island. And I'm sure you've guessed by now who that was. Freedom, a scary thought for my friend behind the iron bars. We take our freedom for granted, and our freedom is an awesome privilege, a gift from God himself. I feel the sand under my feet, and I hear the water crashing down from the mountain tops, splashing into a dark, deep rock pool. I see the trees and the clouds in the sky, and I touch a protea flower and feel its silky, soft petals. As I am isolated, hidden in this beauty, where is Patricia? Trying to call me? She doesn't know I'm not reachable. There's no phone signal here for my mobile phone. She might be writing to me about her fears and her dreams, and she might even be too alone or sad to write. At times like these, I pray for her. I pray she has someone to talk to. I pray she talks to God. I pray she feels peace and that no matter what, she knows God is in control. I can get up right now and walk back to my family waiting at the campsite, or I may choose to sit a while longer. I have a choice. But, Patricia, what is she doing today? What are her choices? Now, before you pass a judgment and say she had choices when she committed a crime, she deserves punishment. Let us hear her story and let God be the judge. Aren't we blessed to be on the other side of the prison doors, on the outside? Or are we? We might have freedom from prison walls, but do we choose to live the life of true freedom? Are we building walls around our homes? Are we building walls around our hearts? Are we building the walls around our children and our marriages? Are we building walls instead of bridges? Now, I didn't sit here on purpose and aim this camera at that particular part of a picture. And it actually has a bridge there. Can you see? Can you see that bridge? Are we building the walls instead of bridges? Why are we not reaching out to one another? On the way to this haven of beauty high in the mountain, I saw hundreds of lilies along the side of the road. It is their season to bloom, kilometre after kilometre of white arum lilies, as far as my eye could see. If one lily reached out to just one other lily, and so on, would we not see a field, a whole valley of lilies living side by side on the road to eternity? And I'll leave that question with us. And are we bridging our relationships? Are we using a bridge, or are we just building a wall up and saying, not reaching out? So that was chapter 3.